Good day everyone. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at how to get the axis of symmetry of a quadratic function. This is the quadratic function y equal to as squared plus bs plus c. This is our general equation, and you already know that every quadratic function is a parabola. So in this case, if a is greater than 0, it simply means that our curve would be in this curve shape. So in this case, our axis of symmetry is simply the vertical line that divides our curve. The vertical line that divides your curve into two equal parts is your axis of symmetry. So in that case, it simply means we are looking for this. So this is our axis of symmetry. We'll focus only on the axis of symmetry. This is our root, this point is our root, and this bottom is our vertex. Our vertex. That is, we'll determine the minimum value for it. So let's continue. So how do I get my axis of symmetry? I want you to note that the gradient of your axis of symmetry is 0. At the axis of symmetry, our gradient is 0. So if at the axis of symmetry our gradient is 0, what does it mean? Let me take this up. Okay, let me at the axis of symmetry, gradient is equal to 0. So in other words, it simply means the y over the x is equal to 0. We already know that when you differentiate a function, that is simply its slope or its what? Gradient. So in that case, what do I have next? I have the y over the x is equal to 0. Then I should differentiate. Our y is, so I want to differentiate as squared plus bs plus c over the s. So what do we have? We simply have, differentiating this, we have 2as plus b, differentiating a constant I have 0 equal to 0. So what does it mean? So it now implies, so it now implies that 2as plus b is equal to 0. So what do I have? Make s separate of the formula. This s is simply the equation for the axis of symmetry. So in this case, what do I have? I have 2as is equal to minus b. Making s separate of the formula, s will now be equal to minus b over 2a. So this s equal to minus b over 2a is simply your axis of what? Symmetry for any given quadratic equation, any given quadratic function. Once you have been asked to find the axis of symmetry, what you simply have to do is use this formula and you get your axis of symmetry. And your axis of symmetry is simply the line, the vertical line that divides your graph, your quadratic curve, your parabola into two equal parts. Let's look at a real life example. So if I have this quadratic equation, y is equal to 4s squared minus 2s plus 10. E.g., find the axis of symmetry. What I simply have to do is what? Apply my formula. You should note that b is the coefficient of s and a is the coefficient of s squared. So my a is simply equal to 4, b is equal to minus 2. So substituting in my formula, what do I have? Substituting, what do I have? Our s, which is equal to minus b over 2a. So I have minus here, b is minus 2 all over, I have 2, and my a is simply 4, which will now be equal to minus, okay, I have plus 4 all over 8, which should therefore s is equal to 1 over 2. It simply means when you plot this when you plot this on the graph, you definitely get your axis of symmetry to be what? 1 over 2, that is 0.5. On your graph, the mark is at point S in the s-axis. That is whereby your graph will be split into equal parts. Your curve, your parabola will be split into 2 equal parts. So this particular formula is valid for any given quadratic equation. Simply apply this formula where b is your coefficient of s and a is your coefficient of s squared.